I know they both wear purple and gold, but these two teams could not be any different right now. JMU coming off a big win against South Florida, 12 goals against them that they won by. And that's a team, this South Florida team, beat ECU right here at Johnson Stadium by 14 goals. And ECU coming off 3 games in a row, just winning by 1. So this is going to be a fun one. Already a great start on this draw. What you're going to see especially, too, is that they're obviously going to have Grace McCarthy, who's someone that's not a self-drawer. She's going against Maddie Epke, who is a perfectionist at self-drawing. The name of the game, and obviously they have that crease presence as well now. And look how open the field on the opposite side looks. And just 1 inch of changing direction changes so much in a defense. And that's why it opens up the feed to bury that goal. Something to pay attention to on each draw. The offense, the attackers start so deep. So this offense is already set. So that's something that obviously this Pirate defense is a very sink-heavy defense, but having an already set offense fresh out of the draw is so lethal, and that's why this JMU team always has an edge. And I love how they're whipping the ball. If you see, look how much congestion there is inside. That backside is wide open behind Moyer here. And that's exactly where they find.
At the crease, denied again. You called it there for the timeout.
Epke has been having such a tough day.
Her and Wilkes.
Yes, 0 for 3. The Stars are not doing too well today.
Is that our fault? Did we do that with our players to watch?
It might be the broadcast curse. It might be. Moyer is so firm and steady in net. But something that the Pirates have found is that she's got a little weakness on the bottom left side of her body. This is what I was most impressed with, is the reaction time that someone like Moyer has in net. And they're very different, her and Bihar. Bihar is very jumpy, sometimes a little too jumpy. She'll go out and try to intercept passes. Moyer is very grounded in there. Already almost, she's gonna be eclipsing double-digit saves already now in this third quarter. With all the action that the Pirates have been giving her, Pirates have been able to have 19 shots against her.
Yeah, she's on pace to equal her career high of 18 against Georgetown. Bihar has been very active. We talked about some of it, maybe a little too much, but she's still doing it, what she needs to do to come up with the big saves.
And Bihar is a very quick goalie across the body especially. She almost always, even if it's not going across her body, she will shift her entire stick to save that. And that's kind of like how a men's goalie is trained. She reminds me so much of that. And she is so quick down low especially. So she's been fun to watch, already coming off a double digit, 10 saves last game, so very active today as well. And in my head, when they found Matheson down low, I said, oh, she's open, give it to her. It's the cycling up top that distracts the JMU defense. And that is why, close to the crease, you're gonna see some openings and the spatial awareness that Matheson has to figure that out. It took her about 3 seconds to say, hey, I'm open. So she cuts up. And beautiful execution here. Matheson has had a brilliant game in that sweet spot, and it seems to be on this side of the field. It was the first quarter, now it's the third quarter, starting the same way that she left off on that side. And it's that sink defense they have that really makes you work hard to dodge. Look at all the energy it takes to just get to the top of the 8. The bottom left side, now it's the top left side. 2 in a row in that same sweet spot, and it starts with circling it around the crease. Chesick, whatever she saw on that backside, she already had it in mind before she even got the ball. And that'll do it to get the Pirates up again by 1. Go airborne, and I mentioned it before, the way she's shooting on that goal line extended is like a jump shot. And right now, with no answers left, we have a goalie change by JMU. And one thing right now that you're seeing, each person on this field is making sure that they're aware on the Pirate side that this goalie change is a lefty goalie, so you are going to have to change a lot of the ways that you're approaching the cage. This changes so much from a dodging standpoint and last-second adjustments. So this might be a genius move by Coach Clace obviously to give Moyer some time to settle down, but some time to ruffle feathers on this ECU offense who's hot.
How do you keep your head and stick to the game plan in moments like that?
If anything, it starts with the goalie. And even if I was an attacker, obviously nowhere near the goalie on my team, but my goodness, I can't tell you how much energy feeds off a goalie. So someone like Bihar really needs, obviously the Pirates already have an advantage. They haven't had to do a goalie change. So they haven't had to change things. Actually, speaking of goalie changes, JMU putting Moyer back in. So that's yet another change. But with the goalie change, the whole chemistry on the field changes. So that is where the emotional standpoint of this game comes from. You're feeding off the goalie no matter who you are or where you are on the field.
The face-off here, the draw, could go and decide the whole thing.
I was just going to add that the caveat here is we're starting in the domain of JMU's draw specialist, Maddie Epke, and they were down by 2. And 2 back-to-back draw controls got them 2 offensive possessions to get back into this game right here in overtime. So we've said it time and time again, the winner of the draw is going to win the game, and it does not mean more than it does right now, right here in overtime. What a display of resilience from this JMU team. Had the largest deficit of this game here. And it's Matthews to bury it and secure the regular season crown. What an unbelievable back and forth game.